Alright, anyway, so since I'm actually always doing audio programs, I'm making sure I'm getting ahead of the crowd in my audio, because how am I doing that? I mean, how? I'm planning my whole life ahead of me in my audio programs right now. So I'm always understanding that as I do that, I'm never losing for doing these audio programs. I'm learning very quickly how to talk to you. I'm learning very quickly upon persuasion and art of getting inside people's heads in a way that I'm learning how to grow them and everybody, and I'm learning how to talk to you and everybody. I'm learning how to talk to myself all day long, and I'm learning how to have a better persuasion technique to just grow myself and motivate myself daily to talk. And I realize the more I talk, the better to plan my life. I have to be planning my life anyway. I mean, it's such a blessing. Jesus Christ can see this right now, and I ask Jesus Christ always to see this. I realize every single time I ask Jesus Christ to see something, I promise you Jesus Christ straight away wants to see what you're doing. Whereas if you ask God to, let's say, see what you're doing, then God straight away comes to see what you're doing. But the thing is that since I'm actually doing all these audio programs, is what I want to say to Jesus Christ here, is I understand straight away how much I can plan my life over here, regardless of who's listening to me. I mean, regardless of anybody who's listening to me or never listening to me. I promise you, I'm doing greater for this audio program. I'm doing greater for being able to go and express myself all day long, to plan my life all day long in an audio program, regardless of if you're listening to me or never listening to me. I'm succeeding regardless of you. I'm succeeding regardless of the people on the planet, because I understand 99% of the world and more is never listening to me. But guess what? I am listening to me. I mean, Jesus Christ is listening to me. I promise you now, anyway, that what's important is that I grow. I never wait for you. I never wait for anybody to come and see my programs online. I never care about you. I just go and post it for free online. And if you want to watch it, then go and watch it. But if you never want to watch it, then focus on understanding that I'm succeeding more than you today, because I'm doing audio programs all the time. I mean, in a sense, so I get to plan my life forward. I get to do something greater. And that's it. I promise you, I see Jesus Christ saying, I agree, because I can see straight away how much I can do in terms of planning my life over here. And I'm never wasting time. I'm making sure always that I have more than enough to succeed with. I mean, it's such a blessing to be able to do this. So as I understand straight away how I can feel upon life and how I can actually be smarter and smarter, and I understand, yes, that the more you do content and the more you do synonyms and everything in terms of life, the better you are. So I have to do some synonyms as well. And I make sure to coach myself. I make sure to go and do something greater for myself. So what I want to do is upload my mentors today. I have new set of mentors every single day. I post 6 mentors for everybody to see, different stars and different people in life that I follow personally. And that way I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do greater for myself. So as I do greater, I'm learning very quickly upon the art of persuasion for myself to be able to deliver something that's helping me move forward. Because that's how I do life. I do life differently. I make sure always to be different about life. And that way I'm always learning something upon whatever's happening. I mean, it's a beautiful art of equations, as Jesus Christ says, where I can go and dwell upon a greater way of life. So, alright, as I really, really understand that, it's much more how I said that. Alright, it's much more how I understand that along the lines of what you say is what you are, but I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm getting ahead of the crowd quicker than they are. And that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I'm planning my life in a way that I'm growing and I'm becoming a superstar very quickly. Because I can see it. I can see it. And it's more how I'm just faster than other people in terms of what I'm doing. And other people always have this, let's say, feeling about me being more successful than them. I see it. Alright, now if you want to go and do greater for yourself and you want to do something nice and beautiful, I always say I thank you to everybody. I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually help myself to succeed. So what I do is I focus upon helping myself to give the name over here, which is always doing greater in terms of whatever I'm doing. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually help myself differently. And as I help myself differently to do whatever it is to move forward, I make sure to always go and deliver. I mean, I deliver confidence, I deliver content and courage daily. I'm successful. I realize other people are coming very soon to see me, because regardless of them and regardless of how much they believe they are successful, I realize that what is important is when you create so much events around town, Probably you just become successful right away. Probably people start to follow you more and more and more and more the more they see you around town. Probably is it that simple? Probably it's that simple to become successful. But all you have to do is live performance in front of people, and you just keep going and keep making money and make more money while they never want to follow you. I mean, you make more money and make more success in your life while they never want to follow you, or should that you're more successful than them, and that's all you do. I mean, understand? I mean, you never need other people to follow you, or I realize all you need is for you to be more successful. I mean, all you need is to follow Jesus Christ, regardless of who's following you. I mean, understand? So that way you're learning very much more, and you're looking. I mean, you're learning and looking much greater, and you're looking quickly to see exactly what you need to do to do much greater to yourself, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon what's going on. So if you're reading headlines, I mean, go and read whatever you want out of life. But the thing is about life, that if you want to go and really, really dwell upon something that's really helping yourself to succeed, then learn on understanding that sometimes people want to strike you as this individual where they want you to go and see what they're doing. So the whole point is understand straight away that you go and read everything and never be afraid of knowledge, but make sure that you're learning very quickly upon helping yourself to succeed greatly is what it's all about. So if you're focusing on helping yourself more and more, you're focusing on delivering content, and as you deliver content, you're much more successful upon what you're doing, and that's the whole point. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is making sure that you have more than enough of everything that you need to succeed with. So that's the whole point. So if you want to be doing great for yourself and you want to be doing something that's helping you move forward, now I see also Shane McMahon, for example, and I see how he's doing life over there, and he's also taking over the company with his daughter, and I'm understanding they're also training their kids to be able to lead the company as well in terms of WWE wrestling. So I'm understanding anyway that I do respect them, and I'm understanding that no matter what, it's much more how you guys need to realize that they grew up in a family of wrestlers and wrestling rings and all that, so it's all different. But the thing is about everything in terms of how I grew up differently. I grew up in a world where my biological family has less than $1 million in their bank account, while Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon grew up with a family that have over $1 million in their bank account. I mean, there's a big difference here. I realize, although, that no matter what, that since they never, they never understand my lifestyle though. I mean, they never understand how it is to have parents who have less than $1 million. And that's why I have a greater time anyway. But I understand that no matter what, that as I grow up, I understand how it feels to go and grow myself into something much greater. So what I focus upon understanding is every single day, just go and do something nice and beautiful for yourself. To go and focus upon something that you love to do is the whole point. But if you're loving your life so much, then what you need to do is focus on understanding and focus on understanding now that many people are just losing out on life and they're doing nothing to support themselves. So what you need to do today is you need to go and focus upon helping your life to succeed differently. And that's the whole point. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is making sure you have more than enough every single day to go and do something that's really, really helping you move forward. So all the time, just make sure that you are understanding that you're learning very quickly to just enjoy yourself, and that way you're learning how to actually do life. But I had such a difficult time spelling McMahon in time. Why is that? Because just the way of the spelling of the name. But I've learned how to say it now. I'm saying that since I understand straight away how to feel upon life, I'm just always understanding, for example, Shane Brendan McMahon, which is Shane McMahon is his name, but I'm understanding that Brendan, in terms of life, is his nickname. So I'm understanding, anyways, that I'm promoting their family in terms of Vince McMahon's family from the WWE, and they are people who are successful, and or they're successful in some regard. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I just promote people who are very successful and people who are deserving of it. In a sense, so as I grow success in different ways. I make sure no matter what I do, that people can understand me. Otherwise, I promise you, because I understand how to lead my life differently and I go and really, really do something very different about my life, I'm making sure I'm doing something around helping myself move forward quickly, because that's the whole point for me. I mean, the whole point for me is making sure I'm doing something to help myself move forward. So as I help myself move forward, I'm learning what I need to do to succeed quickly is the whole point for me. So I'm always looking for that nice and beautiful aspect of life where I understand how to actually grow myself. So I grow myself in different ways. I make sure every single day I have more than them. But once they find this out, actually it becomes much more serious in terms of how I'm much more attractive. I'm much more attractive when I have much more than them. And they never ever believe that. But the thing is that I have more words that I've given you than they have. And that way I am more attractive always. I'm more attractive to you because I've given you more words. I've given you more love in life. So that's why I actually always understand straight away about life is every single time I do the nice and beautiful way of life, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm always looking for the way of doing a I'm doing a greater type of lifestyle in a way that I'm never ever saying the words and ah and im and in my words, because anything that's you can say, but if you're saying unfortunately there's a big difference. So whereas what you want to do is make sure that you're talking better anyway. I mean, being able to study upon what's happening around the nice and beautiful way of life. So just make sure that you're learning quickly upon becoming much more about everything. So as you become much more, you're learning very quickly upon how to actually just go and promote people. And as you promote people, you're learning very quickly upon different aspects of life because you deserve to succeed differently. And that's the whole point, guys. I mean, the whole point is go and be very quick upon what you're doing daily. And as you really, really understand how to live life daily differently, then you deserve greater success when you want to understand something about life. So the whole point of understanding life itself is to make sure that you have more than enough every single day to succeed with. And if you understand how to live life differently, then you're just focusing on helping yourself have more than enough all the time to make sure that you're doing something greater for yourself is the whole point. So just scan always the nice and beautiful words every single day. And as you scan words, what happens is you just scan over the top of the words and you're reading fast like this. And that's how I promote myself and other people. And I promote other people always in a way that's helping me move forward. So what I do is I focus upon making sure that I can go and grow myself differently. So as I grow myself differently, I have so much more to do and say every single day to love my life. And that's all I do. I make sure that no matter what, that there's always something beautiful about people that you can recognize in different ways. And then just focus on promoting them anyway, because people are very beautiful. But if you understand straight away how to deliver content is what you need. I mean, deliver the nice and beautiful attitude of people. I mean, if you understand anything about life, then you're focusing on making sure that you have more than enough of what you need to succeed. So I'm understanding that Scarlett Johansson looks a bit like Marilyn Monroe in terms of Marilyn Monroe over here. I see she has that kind of look. I'm making sure that no matter what, if you want to do something greater for yourself and you want to make sure that you're looking the best part, then all you have to do is talk more and talk more and talk more. And eventually I'm in the WWE wrestling ring over there. And now why? Because I understand that no matter what, I can bring entertainment to the wrestling ring. And it's much more how I feel. So I realize Scarlett Ingrid Johansson is somebody that you have to go and see her, and you have to see that she's a great actor in terms of a woman who can actually greatness yourself into victory every single day. And you're learning about different people, and I'm learning how I can always go and do something nice and great for myself in different ways. And I'm learning very quickly upon the art of making sure that I'm more successful than other people in terms of what's happening. But as I really, really control myself in my words and what I'm doing, I'm making sure I understand straight away the wrestling ring and how they're doing life. And I'm not saying that they're always able to improve in their words, but I'm understanding straight away how I actually do greater than all of them in terms of life. So as I really, really do something to help myself to succeed, I'm making sure that no matter what that, I want to just show myself differently. And as I show myself differently, I'm looking for the nice and beautiful way of life over here. So I'm always learning something different in terms of life. So I'm always looking to see exactly what's going on in terms of life to help myself move forward is the whole point. But every single time I'm learning. I'm learning how to study the art of people and what's going on with people all the time. So I can go and promote. Also, Robin Williams as well is somebody that you have to go and see. I mean, Robin Williams is a singer, and you have to understand this guy over here is also somebody that you need to go and check out all the time. I love the red suit that he has over here. I promise you it looks great. I promise you all day it's much more how you have to go and really study upon making sure that you're just getting ahead of the crowd. And as you get ahead of the crowd quickly, then you're making sure that you have more than enough of what you need to succeed. And that way you're learning quickly upon making sure that your love for yourself is much more. So if you're just planning your life to succeed daily, then making sure all the time you have more than enough success daily to just go and live your life differently. But anybody who shines at you success, I promise you, they are very successful, I promise you, because you can see it. I mean, you can see how successful they are. So as you go and dwell upon a greater life for yourself all the time, just go and really understand how to ask always Jesus Christ about what you want in terms of life. And it always happens that you get it. I mean, you always get what you want because you get the words of Jesus Christ. And that's always an answer. I mean, it's always something. An answer is always something from Jesus Christ. If I give you words about what you want, it's just what you're looking for. If you want something, it's because you want the words. If you're asking for something, I realize it's because you want the words. I mean, the words is what you want. You want nothing else except the words here. All you're asking for really is words. I mean, if you ask a question today, I mean, you're asking for words. I mean, there's nothing else that you're asking for. I mean, Jesus Christ can always give you the answer of those questions that you want. So it's so fulfilling because God loves you that much to give you every single word under the planet is everything. I mean, the words of life is everything. I mean, understand? I mean, that's nice and beautiful, isn't it? When you can give words to people. And when you can give words to people, you can study upon what you're doing every single day. And you can go and focus upon your life to succeed differently is what you need to do always. So focus on making sure that you're just promoting people differently and you're making sure that you have more than enough success all the time to make sure that you're loving your life, because loving your life is different for everybody. Because if you want to understand something about life, you have to understand how it feels to go and grow yourself and to be able to love your life in different ways. So it's always a different way of courage for yourself to go and deliver what you want out of life. So make sure you're always promoting people regardless of what's happening around the world. And you're just making sure that you're somebody who understands how to live life much greater. But I'm understanding that I can see people's lifestyles and I can see how they're degrading themselves in a way that they are never speaking much. And there's somebody who is doing never much in life again. Because why? Because I understand that no matter what, that they need to go and shape up their words and they need to go and really study upon understanding their nice and beautiful way of life. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm just to the top. I go. I'm going all the way to the top, and people and women and people just find me attractive more and more over time because I'm something more. And that way they say, "Nah, I want to be with you. I want to be with you because you're more successful than other people. I feel that you have more money than them. I feel you have more success than them. I never want to be around those people because you have success." Unfortunately, they never go for my word I, or they go for my success. I mean, understand? Because that's how I understand. Amy Christine Dumas is Lita in the WWE. There is a woman named, who has a name Lita, and her name is Amy Christine Dumas. And now go and check it out. I mean, go and check out how she wrestles and what she does, because she's very famous about her wrestling. I understand, although, that now since I have 127 posts inside of my Danny Milivojevic mentors, I go and show you guys a list of people who are very successful in something of words. I'm probably have more words than other people, and I have more words than them. But I'm making sure that no matter what, that I feel like doing more and more and more. And as I do more, I feel like also going to the toilet as well. But I'm saying that no matter what, I can feel myself just doing greater anyway. So as I do greater, I focus upon understanding that I always want to promote myself and what I have around Alavai. I'm making sure that I go and just dwell upon myself to succeed is what the whole point is. I'm making sure I promote as much as I can in terms of Mother Nature and promote different areas of life and promote something different I've never done before. Make sure anyway that what I need to do always is learn different acts of courage in different ways, and I show refreshing photos of life, and that way I make sure I just promote all these images. I promise you, as I promote images, I promote something different of Mother Nature always. And that way I'm much more beautiful regardless of what's going on, always. And I'm always focusing on delivering that content because the contents of life is something beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's much more how I feel. So as I feel life every single day, I'm making sure I have more than enough to succeed with every single day. I'm learning something new about art and how the nice and beautiful row core of whatever it is that's helping me move forward. It's how it is, guys. So what I do always is differently in terms of I do a different aspect of life where I'm actually focusing on talking to people, and I have to go and study to actually understand something another way. I understand that no matter what, that more people are coming to my event. I understand that no matter what, I have to go and promote my nice and beautiful business cards very soon, and I have to go to the nice and beautiful Liverpool somewhere, and I just need to go and promote myself regardless of what's happening around the world. So that way I'm focusing on just going and delivering as much content as I can to succeed, but I can overwrite some stuff if I want, because everything is equal to me. But making sure anyway, if you do that, then just stick to your words in a way that you're learning how to move forward is the whole point. So if you understand anything about life, then focus upon understanding on how it feels to go and grow yourself. I mean, growing yourself is the best kind of intrusion of life every single day. So if you understand straight away how to actually be in life, and you're focusing on understanding that you just want to go and promote Mother Nature overall, then focus upon understanding how it is to promote whatever it is you're promoting, because you're learning something along the way of wherever. I mean, you're learning something along the way of whatever you're promoting, and as you promote, you shall surpass other people in terms of what you're doing. So that way, you're learning very quickly upon making sure that you have more than enough success. And I just let it be by making sure that no matter what, I can always study upon exactly making a difference. So I make sure that no matter what, I can go and let it be by making sure that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. So how I feel over here is I must make much more improvements by making sure that no matter what, I can let it be and I can move on. So making sure always to just promote as much as I can daily about life, and as I promote life, I promote everything differently, and I just make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success all the time to deliver. And what I'm delivering is a better way of life. I'm delivering something new for myself. I'm making sure that you guys have a story of something. And as I have a story to give all the time, I'm making sure that no matter what, I learn how to promote myself and what I have every single day. So no matter what, I'm always learning very quickly upon how my life is actually becoming something more. Because what's important for me is learning very quickly that the art of actual persuasion daily is what I need to do. So anything that's actually persuading you to do better and better and better is something that's actually worth it. So if you're becoming more worth it upon what you're doing in daily life, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon all of the life forms and what you have to deliver. And as you deliver, you just place something in the album where you're saying, I promote this album or whatever, and then go and study that album and just go and really, really absorb everything and just go and just promote. I mean, promote something that's actually happening in terms of something that's actually happening for you personally, and that way you're learning the art of whatever it is to succeed, and you're learning quickly upon how to actually give that content. And as you give content, you're succeeding something different, and you're making sure that you promote. I mean, promote something different, and you're learning the nice and beautiful architecture of life in different ways. And as you learn life in different ways, you're learning about different aspects of life, and you're just focusing on beautiful images every single day, and you're inspiring people with different aspects of life. And that way, you're learning very quickly upon what you want to do and why you want to do that. You're making sure that you can go into your photos and you can go and promote people regardless of how they are. And that way, you're doing something much greater. So, the whole point is making sure that you can detail people and what's attractive about them, and then you promote those people straight away. And that way, you're learning very quickly upon what you want to do. So, anytime you want to promote people, then just go and promote people in different ways. And as you promote people in different ways, you succeed straight away upon what you want. So, the whole point is understanding that if you have something to promote, then promote yourself the most. And promote all the time people who you find attractive, because that's how you actually grow. I mean, you grow yourself through making sure that you find yourself more attractive in life. I mean, that's what you have to do, yeah? I mean, the whole point is looking for ways to improve. I mean, if you look for ways to improve, then you have more than enough success every single day to focus upon studying the art of fashion and what you need out of life. So what you need is the words of life. So understand the words, you can never lack words. I'm pretty sure you can never lack words of life. I mean, but anything that you want out of life is to be more successful. So every single time I look for a nice and beautiful improvement in myself daily to go and show up and deliver content that's actually helping me move forward. So as I help myself move forward, I focus on delivering the nice and beautiful contents of people in daily life to succeed differently. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, that I have more than enough photos of people all the time to study upon something that's actually helping me move forward. So what helps me move forward is different acts of courage all the time, and that way I'm always delivering content, and as I'm delivering content, I'm focusing on something that's actually helping me move forward. And what helps me move forward quickly is understanding a better way of life for myself. So I'm always delivering something that's actually helping me move forward. So as I do life differently, I'm making sure that there's always something new to do in my daily life. So the whole point for me is making sure I have more than enough success every single day to love my life differently. So I'm making sure I promote as much as I can daily to succeed differently, and then as I do that, I make sure I always have more than enough success every single day to go and encourage myself to do better. So that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is making sure that I can go and deliver and deliver and deliver whatever it is to be successful. So it's more the words that you want to express with these people, and you want to be able to express words with them. And that's it. If you can understand how to, if you can understand how to succeed with expressing words about people, then you then understand straight away how you feel upon making sure that you're very successful is the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point of life is making sure that you have that nice and beautiful way of life where you're learning. I mean, you're learning something about making sure that you're doing a greater life, and as you do a greater life, you're focusing on a better way, and as you focus on a better way, there's always something much more that you can do. So no matter what I do, I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do to help myself succeed. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, you can always add the names of people if you want and just say their names also. And then also I'm understanding that when I go and do something to do better, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I just copy and paste Raznjatovic. So Raznjatovic starts with reindeer, and it goes into zebra, into never, into Jakarta, into to Victoria is Raznjatovic. So that's Cesar Raznjatovic is somebody who is famous in Serbia, and she's somebody who you have to go and meet as well if you want to be able to be sexual in terms of words with her, and that way you understand straight away how you can always promote people, and you can always understand Anna Nikolic as well as somebody who you can promote daily to focus upon understanding that what you want out of life is greater success, because greater success is happening for you always. So as you go and really do something to help yourself succeed differently, then you're always learning how fast you actually are upon something where you understand straight away how you can promote somebody really quickly. So congratulations, because I find myself much more quicker and quicker upon how I actually promote people. So it's much more wow about how fast I am. So as I really succeed, I focus upon understanding that what I need to do is different arts of courage and different arts of persuasion over here in different ways to make sure that I'm just making sure I'm much more successful in regards to what I'm doing. And that way I'm doing much greater work in the planet, because I'm willing to promote other people, and I'm willing to make sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself quicker, I deliver quickly upon what I'm doing. So that way I focus upon just delivering that, and then I make sure to go and have a great attitude for myself in different ways. So I go to the toilet and I make sure that no matter what, I have to go and promote my iTrance radio show. And now I have to listen to my beautiful technology over here with Arm Van Buren and everybody, where I can go and promote my music as well. And I can go and listen now to have a shower and groom session for myself, and go and groom myself. I have to look great. I have to look great in front of people. And that way I learn quickly about what I need to do. Otherwise, so I'm making sure you guys understand it. Sometimes people on the street come to you and they want to read Jesus Christ to you, and they want to read different aspects of life to you. Now, guess what? I promise you that since I understand Jesus Christ and you understand Jesus Christ, I mean, forget about that. And what's amazing is just understand that when you want to personally read from Jesus Christ, then go read personally without having to get somebody on the street read to you. You understand? Or else, although, yes, Jesus Christ is important. I understand that. I understand, although, that if somebody comes up on the street wanting to preach 24 hours to you now, Jesus Christ, and you have a family, I mean, you have a legacy to fulfill. I mean, you have to go somewhere, man. I mean, you have to go overseas, and they want to preach for you for 24 hours, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, they want you to sit down with them to read from them. 24 hours? I mean, do you have 24 hours for that? Oh, what? I mean, do you have maybe 5 million hours to sit and watch some Arabic person speak Jesus Christ to you? I mean, do you have maybe 10 million hours to listen to some Lebanese or Assyrian or European person speak Jesus Christ to you? I mean, for fuck's sake, man. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, just go and do your life in a way that you go and read personally from Jesus Christ instead of having to have other people read for you. And do you understand that? I mean, for fuck's sake. So I had some guy come up to me for 5 minutes of my life and he's saying Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ. I understand Jesus Christ. And he's saying, no. I'm saying, you never understand this. I say everything. I understand straight away that no matter what, as soon as somebody comes up to me and starts speaking and reading to me about something in life, I just say, thank you very much, sir. I make sure I direct the communication back to me, just my word I. And I say, I have a lot of business over here, sir. I'm making sure that no matter what, if you're trying to sell yourself, and all of our approach, if you're trying to sell yourself and your money to them, in terms of what you're giving, then just give them your business card and just say, hey, I have a lot of business over here, but here's my business card, and just make sure you come to my event, please, because I have a lot going for myself over here. And then just anyway, just realize to just give them all the information. And that way you're making sure that no matter what, that you're just going back and doing your life. And just make sure that way that you're never ever losing. So learn from that quickly. And learn to make sure that you never ever be with other people when they want you to be with them. I mean, understand? We never be with them because they want you to be with them. I mean, they want you to go walking with them around the Opera House when you've seen the Opera House already 50 million times, and they want you to walk around the Opera House with them. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. I mean, so what you do is do a greater life, please, and go and promote yourself and other people all the time so that you can go and deliver. So, as I really understand now, that what I want to do is I want to listen to some music while I'm actually talking to you. Because what I want to do is study. I have to study different aspects of life over here. I have to make sure I'm cleaning my tables over here. I'm making sure that no matter what, everything's looking nice and better for myself over here. I have to go through the bank information over here quickly while I'm reading it out to myself so I can go and do greater for myself in different ways. And making sure all the time that, yes, I'm always doing Jesus Christ work. I understand straight away that what's important for myself is if people are raising an eyebrow about $200, man, it's because they have no $200. I understand. I love that. Approach now. What you need to do is realize every single day that you're learning about your life, and I love that. It's very important for myself to just get going right now. So what I want to do is I want to actually go and do this now. I realize it's much more important for me to just go and do some music work right now. I do some music work. I never rely on anybody to succeed except I. I make sure that I go and deliver content very quickly. I go and print out my business cards. I want to print out at least, let's say, $30 of business cards today. I print $30 of business cards. And now what kind of business cards? I want to print out at least business cards where I understand I can promote my name. I deliver that information. I make sure I deliver that information in a way that's helping me grow. So making sure you understand that I never ever connect earphones to my Samsung A20 Galaxy anymore because I never need to. And the whole point now is understand how I'm working right now. I just pick up an idea very quickly. And the idea is I have already over 40 courses that is in my folder. I have to rename everything in terms of all those courses have to have different names. I love it. I promise you that now I figure out a better way, and it's just make a folder and post all the 40 courses into one folder and say how to live life. And now all the 40 courses are relating to how to live life, and that's it. I understand. I love my approach now because I'm understanding that. I'm working faster this way, and I'm learning very quickly upon just enjoying my life. So what I want to do now is I want to talk to you while I'm actually going on Armin van Buuren's show over here. And I'm listening to the different type of music out there. I'm learning to understand that no matter what, that as I understand Armin van Buuren is somebody in a field of knowledge over here where he promotes people's names. But I realize Ali and Philo over here are struggling to give me the names of what's going on. So as I really dwell upon something that's actually helping me grow, I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I just go and pick out some random people over here in a way that I promote. And now, because I want to listen to the actual track before I promote it, probably it's the whole point, isn't it? I mean, the whole point is listen to the track first before you actually go promoting people. So what I want to do is I want to scan through the actual, let's say, nice and beautiful table of contents with Armin van Buuren here. And I want to listen specifically to different tracks that there is over here. So I just skip to the track. I skip to that track over here right away, and then I focus upon understanding that I have much more about what I need. So as I really dwell upon making sure that I learn to be able to go and do my music content while I'm actually speaking to you in a way that I'm learning very quickly upon what's happening. So I promote this nice and beautiful track once I understand to just read it. And I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I feel. So how I feel is to promote tracks that I feel are great. So that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that I learn very quickly upon what I need to do. So what I really focus upon understanding is different ideas, but that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is making sure that you're learning very quickly upon what people are doing. And now, since that's the case, I'm understanding that no matter what, I can go my nice and beautiful way of life over here where I can start uploading some content. And that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is understanding to promote yourself and other people always, so you can learn. I mean, you can learn something along the way, and you can focus upon understanding that you always have a greater life when you want to upload content about yourself, and you want to make sure that no matter what, that you have a heart, and just breathe and breathe and breathe to the point that you're recognizing yourself better, and then just understand straight away that you can go rename your content and do what you need to do to succeed. But you're making sure that no matter what, that you understand straight away how to succeed. Alright, now what I do is I do screenshots. I do nice and beautiful screenshots of the music I want to promote. And I make sure that no matter what, I always have a nice and beautiful way. So the nice and beautiful way of doing something that's actually helping me, I can straight away see how I actually grow. I see when I actually grow and I do something nice and beautiful, I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough of what I need. So I understand how people are very different about music, and I'm understanding that no matter what, it's much more how I feel, where I have to go and promote these nice and beautiful synths where I'm actually doing something very different upon here. So what I can do with synths over here in terms of melodies is I can create certain nice and beautiful pitch lines with, let's say, 3-4 notes, and it can just be in different regards, and that way that can pump over the top of music, and it can pump over the top of kicks and everything, and it sounds really nice and beautiful, and that way I understand how to do that. So what I do now is I'm learning the nice and beautiful aspects of life over here, because what's important for me is promoting. I have to be promoting myself. So I just go and upload all my nice and beautiful fashion photos today, and I make sure that no matter what, I have that nice and beautiful way. So what I do always is a different way. So as I grow myself, I grow different aspects, and I just go and listen to different music with Armin van Buuren, because he's always promoting the State of Trance over here. And I'm giving him a promotion because he's promoting the State of Trance. Otherwise, and I respect a State of Trance music, so I make a lot of trance music today, and I love everything. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning quickly upon what's happening around the world in music production, and I just skip to the table of contents where I need to, and I make sure to just be able to be on top of the content. So if you have any blocks, I mean, if there's any blocks going on in your life about promotion or promoting other people, then it's because you need to go and do a better job for yourself to be able to go and deliver a greater way of contents, to make sure that you're promoting yourself in ways that is helping you grow quickly. So as you grow quickly is the whole point to do so. We're understanding that no matter what that you're learning, I mean, you're just making sure that you have more than enough. I mean, you have to have more than enough of what you need, but anybody who can create long type of music trends in their life are people who are successful. So if you can have a great success in your life to study upon what you want out of life, and you're focusing on making sure you're promoting those cover albums and as you promote cover albums in your life, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you're very much more successful about life, and you're giving people ideas regardless of what's happening. So as you do something greater every single day, you're very much alive about what you want. So every single time, just learn. I love it. I promise you, just learn about what you are successful at every single day. And you're learning. I mean, you're learning about different architecture of different people and what's new with them every single day. And you're making sure that you have more than enough to succeed with daily. I mean, that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is make sure that with Mega Drive, that you're never selecting photos in Mega Drive if you're uploading content online. Because that way you're doing a greater job for yourself to make sure that everything's working. So what I do is I want to go and just create something for myself in a way that I'm learning just to do some screenshots here and there. I'm making sure I check my insights with Instagram daily. And that way I want to see how stuff is happening for myself over here with Instagram. And I'm receiving some content interactions over here. So let's have a look over here. I have people visiting my site. I have 17.9% more people this week than last week. And I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I just focus on quickly just making all these impressions happen. I mean, as I make impressions happen, I focus on a greater way for myself. And that's it, yeah. I promise you the whole point is understanding yourself. So if you want to understand yourself and other people, then all you do is promote yourself and promote yourself. And promote something that you're doing daily. And that's all you have to do, yeah? I mean, all you really do is a greater way. I mean, all you're really doing is a greater way of life. So if you focus upon understanding that I have 619 people this month seeing me in terms of life and more, so I'm understanding that no matter what, that my impressions are going up, and it's all for free. I mean, it's free organic reach that I've done promotions in terms of real life. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I can feel this track over here is something, or else now I understand anyway, that I feel I can promote it. And I feel that no matter what, if you want to go and grow something about life, then just be listening to the music anyway to see exactly who's making what. So you can go and grow yourself in different ways, and that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is making sure that you're learning something very quick upon what you need about life. So if you understand how to really, really promote yourself and other people, then you're learning very quickly upon what you need. So the whole point is promote yourself. I mean, promote other people and promote the whole aspect of life and the dream come true about your life. So that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. And if you're doing that, then you're learning the art of persuasion and techniques of making sure that you have everything come true for you. I mean, that's all you have to do. So no matter what, I feel that I can promote this track. So, whereas now, no matter what, I realize that it's much more how I feel that this drop came too early over here. I understand that no matter what, it's much more how I understand that as I read this nice and beautiful fashion over here. I mean, it's much more how I feel. So as I feel, I can see exactly when to actually drop a music track over here. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that yes, it's very beautiful. Whereas now I understand that no matter what, it's much more how it is, isn't it? Otherwise, whereas it's much more how he lets go of the nice and beautiful build up and he just shows the nice and beautiful, let's say, breakdown here, and it's beautiful. Whereas it's all the way beautiful. Whereas I can feel right away that the actual track is actually working. So that's the whole point. I mean, that's actually working for me. I can promote that. Whereas now what I need to do is just listen to it. I'm making sure that I can see something different. I can see Deadmau5 and Colleen Augusto, for example. I want to see this. I want to see this type of individual with Colleen. And Colleen Augusto is somebody who is a singer. She's a singer. So when I understand something about life and how I really, really dwell upon just listening to different music and seeing what's going on, so I can actually dwell upon better. I can actually see straight away what's happening with people and how they are promoting themselves. So as I do greater in terms of whatever is happening, I can see straight away how I promote people. I promote different people straight away. I promote somebody in regards to what's happening in the world. And I'm learning very quickly upon what's happening. So as I actually do that, I'm focusing upon delivering content that's actually nice and beautiful for me to be able to give you content and that way I understand to promote Mr. Bean as well. And that way I'm learning. I'm learning the art of whatever it is to enjoy myself. So as I do my life in different ways, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I focus upon nicely promoting people, I promote whatever it is about trance music. So this nice and beautiful track over here deserves a promotion. So regardless of what I do, I'm making sure it's all trance music. So I'm making sure that no matter what, it's much more how different I am. So because I'm different, I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how people make their nice and beautiful way of promotion over here. So I'm learning very quickly upon what it is that succeeds in life. But that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is promoting yourself and what you want out of life. So learn something different upon what you're actually doing. I mean, that way you're actually learning much quicker about how something in terms of life can be very cool. And as you promote yourself, you're learning that nice and beautiful architecture of life. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is learning something about whatever it is that helps you be successful, because that way you're learning very quickly upon what you can do also to succeed. So with my hi-hat, I realize it's much more, I mean, it's much more how I just dance around the nice and beautiful video in a way that I have my hi-hat going. And that's it, I promise you. Now, from that point, I promise you, that's just one idea. But I'm understanding that no matter what, I have more of that coming in different ways. And I understand it's just stick to one aspect of life where you're enjoying yourself in different ways. I realize that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I can do to enjoy myself. So as I actually do my life now in different ways, I just go and get the content I deserve, and I just make sure to go and promote different aspects of life differently, so I can actually study upon what's happening around the world. But I'm understanding anyway that very soon the nice and beautiful coronavirus is going away, and it's because I understand that no matter what, that you guys can realize it's much better for coronavirus to go away, because I understand other people are just trying to lock people down, and they're trying to blame people, and they're trying to make people slaves, and that's why the coronavirus is going on. So what I do is I understand how people are slamming themselves around the coronavirus today, and they're wasting time, and they're never doing anything to improve their life. So what I do is I quickly go and dwell upon something that really, really helps me move forward. But I understand straight away how good people can be in terms of life. So I'm making sure that when I select photos quickly, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So the whole point is I feel other people have done the receiving of my message. So I feel that my messages are working and people can see me and what I'm doing. Whereas now, as I grow myself and as I lead myself into greatness, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm just popular around what I do. But I can call up the bus kind of people today. I call them today and I get the quote to see how much it is and how much the bus promotion is. So I can go and put my name on the billboards, because that way I understand I deserve it. I deserve to have my name in life as a famous star around town. And I just keep doing it all the way. And people will eventually see this guy's a star, and that's it. I'll make sure that no matter what, that I'm very much learning very quickly upon that. So I'm always winning. So today I can call them to get a quote. And what I want to do always is focus upon understanding I'll place my nice and beautiful photos in the category of a folder, where I can always be able to find this folder. And I make sure that no matter what, I make folders where I place all these folders where I see that I've done the uploading of those photos online. So I make sure I categorize that I've done that with those photos. And then I make sure that either way that I'm learning how to listen to new music along the way or what I'm doing. So I just did listen to Denmouse and Res Hypnocurrency. And I'm actually just learning. I'm learning very quickly upon life over here. I want to understand always about what's going on. So as I really, really, let's say, nicely do my nice and beautiful in terms of I do my nice and beautiful life over here in different ways, I'm making sure I'm different. So the whole point is I'm learning. I'm learning very quickly. So actually, always, as I really, really understand that no matter what, I just let it be. So what I understand right now is I understand straight away how I feel. So the whole point is I feel different. I feel different, and I feel different upon how I'm actually doing live. So as I do live differently, I just want to name this file over here. So this file over here is all about life over here. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is I want to be making sure that all of these files just being able to go into a folder. So I'm understanding that what I want to say is I want to just say over here I just say how to live life more. I say how to live life more. Alright, that's the folder name. And then I post already 30 of my contents and more in it. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So I select all of the information in Mega Drive. I have 36 files. I have 34 files that are going into this folder over here and more. Alright, anyway, alright, so I just go and post that right into there. I make a copy. I make a copy of these files. And why is that? Because that way I'm learning very quickly upon making sure that my folders over here are never lost. So I focus on copying the file over here so I can go and copy it so I can upload it to YouTube as well. So make sure that it's going into YouTube as well. So I focus on uploading that to YouTube, and I focus on just copying that folder and posting it into YouTube over here. So that's something that's going up online into folders, and it's something that I just always upload. I mean, I always have something to upload online, which is excellent. And now I focus on making sure that this nice and beautiful folder goes somewhere differently. And what I want to do here is I want to place this folder into my nice and beautiful audio section over here of podcasts. So it's a course 33. I mean, course 33, my Mega Drive is my nice and beautiful courses over here. So that way I'm learning quickly. I'm learning very quickly about what I can do over here. So let's have a look. I'm making sure that you guys can understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly upon loving my life. So I say course 33. I apologize for that. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon my life. So as I learn about my life, I'm making sure I'm listening to Deadmau5 Augustine with Stay. Because of Deadmau5 and Colleen Augustine with Stay. Because the track is the Stay, or Deadmau5 with Colleen Augustine, Stay. I'm listening to that track. So why? Because I want to hear the progression, and I understand the progression so far is amazing. I mean, it's actually working out. So I'm not saying Deadmau5 can always make these tracks happen in a way that he can do long amounts of music, but that's why I'm doing far greater than him in terms of life. And why is that? Because I'm making more music than I'm making more music than he is. And I understand that's why he's going along with music, and that's why he's excellent. So all I do now is I focus on just making my life come true in a way that everything's working out for me. And as life is working out for me, I'm making sure that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually study upon what I need to do over here to succeed. So if you want to succeed, then focus upon understanding that you place everything into folders, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon how to do that. So what I do is I place this one as course 33 in terms of course what? I mean, it can be course 33 over here. I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I do that, I realize it's much more how I feel. So no matter what, it's much more how I need to go and do better anyway. So what I do is I just rename it 33. I've realized now that's a thing, yeah? I realize it's all information anyway. So because it's information, I realize very quickly on that what I want to do is just focus upon giving people the notion that I create a folder here that says up to course 33. So up to course 33 is this nice and beautiful folder. And then I go and get all my courses and I post it into this one. And then I continue my folders with another program, and I do something like that for myself. So that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. So I understand straight away how people are doing this nice and beautiful, let's say, nice and beautiful vocals with what they're doing. And it's much more how it's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. And you never take off all your clothes. I mean, you make sure that you're never stealing anything from yourself. I mean, make sure that you're taking off your clothes in a way that you're doing better. Otherwise, now you never take people's clothes, is what I'm saying. I mean, just bring a better way. I mean, bring a better attitude is what I'm saying, guys. So if you want to focus upon delivering something of content or something that's helping you move forward, and all you're really doing is you're learning very quickly upon the art of what you need. So if you want to focus upon delivering content, then make sure you're delivering content in a way that you're moving forward upon what you want. So place content into folders, and that way you're moving forward very quickly with organization, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning. And that way you're just understanding quickly upon what life is. So no matter what, I can see straight away that people can find my nice and beautiful projects over here, and people can see what's going on. So that's the whole point. And now what I want to do also is I want to rename my projects over here. I want to see exactly what's going on around here. I want to make sure anyway that I can do that very quickly, and I can make sure that I can just go and dwell upon my life over here. So what I want to do now is I just let it be for now. I upload as much content as I can, and then I focus on just making sure that I'm doing a better job for myself. So that's the whole point for myself, where I'm actually understanding now that I have so much more content to upload online, and I keep a folder over here where I can go and upload content online in different ways. I'm looking to see exactly how much content has been uploading online overnight. So I realized 24 gigabytes have gone up online overnight. And I'm making sure I go get my laptop now, because I never want anything to burn over there. So making sure that no matter what, I'm learning that if you have your laptop in your room somewhere, then just bring it with you and make sure that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do to succeed. And that way you're learning the art of making sure that you're letting go in a way that you're doing greater is what I do. So making sure that way I learn very quickly upon my life. And as I learn about my life, I'm learning about different aspects of life quickly, because I deserve to have a greater life. And that way I'm learning that no matter what, as I do life in different ways, I'm learning how to persuade myself to grow. And that's the whole point. I mean, make sure that you're learning very quickly upon how to actually do life greater. And that's the whole point. I love that. Rush now, since I'm actually always doing something greater for myself, I'm learning to understand that I have to go very soon somewhere. I have to make sure that no matter what, that my life is getting ahead of me. I'm making sure I have to read the bank information here regardless of what's happening. So I have to make sure I'm getting ahead. So as I get ahead, I realize I want to just make sure I go and groom myself. I go and do some errands over here. I'm planning my life to succeed right now. I'm making sure that my audio program is continuing on. And that way I go make the bed now. I'm going to make the bed. I realize it's getting warm in here as well. I realize it's getting hotter. So I realize that no matter what, I want to start grooming myself, and I want to get ahead to go to Officeworks very quickly. So I see how life is getting ahead of me this way very quickly. And I'm focusing upon loving my life in ways that it's helping me move forward. So I love life so much to understand that my biological dad gets so much in confusion about what I'm doing. He never wants to say much to me when I'm speaking on the phone. But he never realizes who I'm actually speaking to. And because he believes I'm talking on the phone to somebody. So you must understand that anyway. But as I grow myself, I succeed differently. And I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning. I'm learning the art of persuasion and the game of life. So as I plan my life on audio, I understand that no matter what, that you guys are going to go throughout life, and you're going to find lots of rejection from other people, because they never want you to be successful. But guess what? I mean, you're successful anyway. I promise you, if you stick to me and what I say in terms of what I do in life, is I speak on audio 24/7 like this. I mean, listen, I speak on audio so much that I'm planning my life so much. And because I'm planning my life so much, I have plenty of time for video work. And I understand that. I understand that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly that audios are really, really helping me move forward. So as I move forward, I focus upon understanding that I want to go pump my music outside. I actually want to go and pump my music outside in terms of outdoors. And I have time now. I have time to actually do that, because I have to go and DJ my music as well. And I actually want to do that as well. So what I want to do is charge my technology here. And I want to be able to just go and put on my shoes. I want to put on a jumper. I want to make sure anyway, I want to go and pump my music outdoors. And because I'm pumping my music outdoors, I want to make sure I'm pumping on a portable speaker. And the time is right now around 10 o'clock. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that my Apple Watch is something that's really, really, let's say, something I have to fix. I have to fix it because I understand that no matter what, it's either 1 hour in front or 1 hour behind. So making sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel. That my Apple Watch is something that I have to fix, and I have to find out exactly why the time is like this. I mean, why is my time doing this? I mean, why is it saying 11 o'clock when it's actually 10 o'clock? And you guys understand? I mean, why? It's been happening to me for 5 months, man. I mean, every single time I have to make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon doing something to help my life. So as I help my life, I want to make sure that this time is different. So because I do that, I want to make sure I'm customizing the time, making sure the time is different over here in a way that it's helping me move forward in different ways. I can always change the colors if I want. I can make sure that I can see straight away how to go and do whatever I want to succeed. Whereas now, since I'm understanding that, whereas it's much more how it is, yeah? I approach it local time, I approach it's just how it is, but I'm making sure that no matter what, I want to focus upon understanding that there's always a way. I approach the way forward is the best way. I see a clock time over here. I have no idea why it's like that, but as I go and succeed something, I succeed differently, and I realize now I have the time over here, I have the actual time. So it's much more how the time is now for real, and it's actually the time now. So it's just that kind of aspect of life. When you're helping yourself to succeed, you find it.